like social media is supposed to be like your life if it were perfect.
Yeah.
And it's
That's
like
a good way
people
to
don't
put it.
understand like that's what it's not their life. It's just the perfect version of their life that
Yeah.
you're seeing.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's and there's so many like at least I feel there's so many fake, not just pushing a fake reality, which is
Yeah.
fine because we all going to do that regardless, but
Yep.
actually selling fake stuff and doing fake stuff and saying fake stuff. It's
Yeah.
all for views, which I don't think you make a lot of money off of it.
You don't.
There's few people who make good money off social media just because they sell a product or something, but not many people are making money off this shit. It's just clout chasing, in my opinion, right?
Yeah, I agree with you. My mentor actually said this. Brandon Carter, which is how I started my fitness business. I gave him $10K to learn the whole side. He said there's a lot of big influencers that have a big following and are broke.
Yeah.
Because they don't know how to capitalize and actually have a product or service to sell. It's just, oh, look at me. I have 600K followers and I post good pics. Well, you don't know how to create a business out of what you're doing. So now you're just really spending a lot of time and energy on social media.
And for me, bro, and maybe it's just me, but if you're not making money, you're not doing shit. Like, you're not doing shit for yourself or for anyone else if you're not making money.
Yeah.
You're just not. I feel like you could be humble and say, I don't need money or money don't make me happy, but that's a goddamn lie.
Yeah.
If money didn't make people happy, they'd be giving this shit away. But motherfuckers don't give that shit away.
Yeah.
So
I think it's about what people don't understand, because we've been taught, like, when growing up, money is bad. Even my mom, money doesn't grow on trees.
because I grew up poor. So
Yeah.
poor people say that money won't make you happy and all that bullshit. But
It does.
every time I've seen them make money, or my dad won a lotto ticket, a scratcher one time, got like 10 grand. That's the happiest day of the fucking year. That's the happiest I've ever seen him.
Yeah.
And it's just like people say, oh, money, but it's like, stop hating money. You hate money because money hates you.
Yeah. I think it's because we understand it's what you can do with the money. Like, if I'm making $2 million, bro, it's not about the $2 million. It's like, yo, I just took care of my family.
Yeah.
Now they don't have to worry
It's
about
the freedom.
We could travel everywhere and don't have to. Oh, I don't have
And
money.
it feels fucking good
it
being
feels
that
great.
guy. Being the guy that's like,
Feels
hey,
great.
mom, your car's
Yep.
fixed. Here's a condo. It feels good being that guy.
Yep.
I don't give a fuck what anyone
Yep.
says.
I like being a person that someone comes to and like, yo, I need this. Cool, no worries. Here's a K. Go handle the situation. Because
It's a gift.
when you do good for others, you feel good. You've never given someone money and not have like a good feeling inside. Like, I'm providing something for society.
Yeah.
Which is it's beautiful though.
Bro. It's interesting, man. So
Yeah.
you're here for the door-to-door thing for Andy.
Yep.
All right. So does he know you? Do you know him? You've done multiple events, I'm assuming, with him.
Yeah. This is my second actually. But this is the story on how I got connected with Andy per se. So one of the guys, Bryson Kirby, shout out Bryson, love that dude. I connected with him before he started working with Andy, like 4 months. And then we were just talking in the DMs. It's crazy. Side note, people told me to stop doing cold DMs, and I've made one of the greatest, really good connections from doing cold DMs. But
What's that? When you just hit him up on Instagram?
yeah, you just message them like, hey, what's up? Buy
Like,
my
hey, I
shit
like
right
your
now.
shit, bro. Let's do something. Like,
Yeah, buy my shit right now. But Kirby, and then I came out to the first event. Bryson got me to come out there, which was dope. Did the workout. I actually worked out with Andy at that point. Like, you know how he's live, he's going around, and then he came up to me and he was working out. He was like, people don't know how to push. I was like, they fucking don't. And I went like on 1 minute and 30 seconds, just going crazy on the exercise that we were doing. And then hugged him after that. Jacqueline too. But I've not really sat and like had a conversation with them. I'm sure they've heard about my name somehow because my name gets passed around through the guys. But I love the energy.
How long you been doing the workout in the social media space? Your kind of content and your business.
Yeah.
How long you been doing it?
It's interesting. People don't know this. I started my social media back in 2017.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you're more of an OG in the game.
People just don't know. Like I had been going on the explore page already and liking people's shit, commenting. I was already doing this shit. And I built myself up to like 5K followers by just going and supporting others. It's just that when social media blew up more and more and more, you know, that's when people started noticing, oh shit, Coach Tata's doing this fitness stuff, but I had been already like grinding. Nobody sees the
But
back
just the
stuff.
social media, not the business, not the workout, not the
yeah.
coaching business side of it.
Not the coaching
Okay.
business. Coaching business. 4 years. I'm going on 4 years.
And that's your main business.
Yes, this is all I do.
That's your life. Yeah.
Like, it's like when I say I took all my money out the bank to pay one of my marketing mentors because that was the moment where I burned the boats. I'm sure you know that you have to.
I
Like,
say it every year at our Christmas party, bro.
you got to burn that
Hey,
shit.
when the Vikings showed up, bro, the first thing they did is burn the fucking ships.
Yep.
Because we ain't going back.
Nope.
We gonna take everything moving forward and conquer and destroy.
You only have two options. Are you sinking or are you swimming?
Right.
So it was just like after that, I was like, yeah, fuck it. If I'm really gonna make it and get the life I deserve, there is no plan B at this point. So I just went all in. Been in business for 3 years. Third year was when my shit started really blowing up and people really started to know me.
It was a grind.
Yeah, it was a grind.
Yeah.
It's because I spent a lot of money going to these networking events. My first DoorCon, I literally was broke when I first went to DoorCon. Like I went there with like $300, still holding, and then paid the ticket, all that stuff on the credit
Hey,
card.
most motherfuckers at DoorCon are broke.
Yeah,
Just,
you are right
just
about
so you
that.
know.
You're all right about that.
Yeah.
We're not broke no more though. Invest in yourself.
Exactly.
That's the best way.
It's okay to be broke. It's not okay to stay broke.
Yeah, it's not your fault if you end up broke. Let's say if you got raised broke and then you end up broke. Oh, motherfucker, it's your fault.
Yeah.
you
Because you always started at from the bottom. You know, it's like I've made all the mistakes a young man can make, right? Besides prison. You know, I didn't get that far. Besides prison, I made all the mistakes.
I didn't get there.
I didn't get
He
there.
didn't get his butt
Thank
cheeks
God, I
taken.
was close. I was fucking close. I was one dumbass decision away from being there.
Yeah.
But I didn't get there. But the great thing about hitting rock bottom, bro, about living in an apartment with your moms, getting getting a DUI, getting your car taken away.
Yeah.
The beauty about that is you have nowhere to go but up if you choose to take a step. Like if you do choose to take a step, that step is going to be an upward step.
Yeah.
If you just make the decision. Some motherfuckers just give up and say, this is it. I was looked in the fucking mirror. I'm not a fucking loser.
Yeah.
Get your shit together, Dan. Do fucking something. Get the fuck out of here. And that was my mindset. And I was willing to sleep on floors. And it's just a journey, bro, because like you get if you're used to being broke and you know how to be broke, then it's good.
Yeah.
Because you ain't tripping. And then you get addicted to saving money. That's when the life flips over.
You are so right.
So when you start saving the money and it starts getting addicting to like 10K, 20K, 50, 100. But I'm still sleeping on the floor eating a cup of noodles and like, you ain't tripping?
Yeah.
And then you start fucking spending this shit.
Yeah.
Then you start going from 100 to 80 to 30. Like, motherfucking stop. I don't know what to do. That's when you need the help and all that. But the two things that's easy for I think, if you want to be truly successful is learn how to live broke and learn and be addicted to saving money.
Yeah.
You do those two things, you'll never be broke again. At least, broke as far as destitute and without options.
Yeah. And do you mean saving like because saving you could save and just let the money sit in the bank, or do you mean saving as in investing the money?
I would say become addicted to saving first because it takes time to learn how to invest. Like I've lost money because I didn't know how to invest properly. I would say if you don't have a mentor, the best thing you do is just save your money and then find a mentor down the road who will present options or show you options. But it's people who are like, I get money and then I try to invest in something and like they do investment opportunities and they just blow the cash and they're never walking around. Because when you walk around and you look at your bank account and there's 80K in there, you're a different person. Like you look at yourself differently. You act differently. You talk and walk differently. And at least was what I've seen with me and friends, my friends who have done these things. They've evolved as people. And just because you have the money doesn't mean yes, you want to invest it and make your money, go out there, make babies and bring the babies back. But if you don't know how to do it, the best thing you do is just keep holding on to it until you find somebody.
I think I just learned something from what you just said, because even in this last year, that was one of my biggest lessons, to save better. Because throughout the last year, I was like, I got to be at every networking event, which is good.
Yeah.
To invest, make these connections and show up and learn a lot. But after the last year of doing that, now I'm understanding I don't need to be at every event.
Do you go to events with a plan?
Yeah.
Like, do you have a plan of action? Because I just go and I just check shit out, and I just meet people and try to have a good time. Which I mean, I was kind of new to it, and I wasn't really like emotionally invested as far as this is my path to a future. It was more for me like I want to check this shit out and see what other people are doing because it was kind of new.
Yeah.
But like for you, it was
That's
kind of a path for a future. Like you had a game plan for a future.
Exactly. Yep.
So what was that?
So in my head, I didn't write down like a step-by-step game plan. The game plan was my intent. I knew why I knew why I was going there, and I knew what I needed to do to get the most out of the event, which was talk to as many people as I can, right? Understand them, learn about them 1st. They're gonna ask me about what I do because people love talking about themselves. So just talk to people, get known. And this is what Grant Cardone said too. One of his goals was to get known, and I think when it's going to these events, my goal is to get known, not because of fame, but because of how many people I can influence. The more people know me, the more people I can help out and influence. There's a referral here, referral there, referral there. Okay, on my program, change their life, they impact others. So it's like everything I do ties into the ultimate mission of impacting other people.
How many people are you coaching now with your program?
25. We got 25 people in the community.
How hard was it to get 5? What was harder, to get the 1, to get the 5, or to get the 25?
The first 5 is definitely the hardest.
Yeah,
right.
Because you got to sell them the dream. Because there's no
you
one,
don't know shit.
There's no one on it, and there's no proven results besides yourself.
There's
right?
no test. Yeah, exactly. And it was like the first door-to-door client was the hardest one. And when I closed, Matt Lunger, love you, dude. Thanks for taking a chance on me. And we got on a call. He knew like I wasn't big yet, obviously, but he took like the weekend to think about it, did the whole thing. He was actually like, he's an analytical guy, and he was one of those that was on his word. So he thought about it for the weekend. Most people, when they say think about it, they're not gonna fucking do it. He thought about it, and then we hopped on.
Let me review this contract. I'll call you tomorrow. Yeah, that type of shit.
Yeah, that bullshit.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, no worries.
Yeah,
and just move on. Just that guy's gone. But yeah,
but yeah, it was him. And let's just sidetrack to sales, because selling to salespeople I love, but what I don't like is like, don't bullshit me, bro. Because don't give me the whole, I gotta think about it, I gotta talk to my wife. If you don't want to do it, cool.
Yeah.
No worries. Just tell me that. But don't ghost for 3 weeks, because now you're a person that doesn't make a decision.
And you were never the guy that says, I'll just give it to you for free.
Fuck
no, you never. Good.
Right. Yeah. People were like,
because I wouldn't respect that.
No.
It's like, it's normally this, but I'll give it to you for free for this amount of time. Then it's like, well, if you're giving me for free, then it's free.
Yeah.
Then it's the value's free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And most people, when you give them shit for free, they don't even put the work in because they don't have any skin in the game.
Yeah.
Right?
I agree.
Yeah. And question for you, actually. What is a non-negotiable? Maybe you have a couple because you're going to have over 500 reps, knocking this summer, right? What are they?
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Non-negotiable for reps that come in, or what would you say non-negotiables?
For me, it's hardcore drugs.
Mm-hmm.
If you're anywhere near hardcore drugs, because that is like a cancer. Because the door-to-door space, these are guys trying to get their life together.
Yeah.
These are guys, even for myself, it was trying to get away from dumb shit and get away from that party lifestyle, which got you to that point of you get in a door-to-door kind of, most people, because you run out of options, and then you realize how lucrative and how much it changes you into a better person, how much skills you get, which is it's such a great industry for evolution and the rehabilitation of a life.
Yeah,
because it just forces you to grow and become a more impactful person in the world. But like most people get into door-to-door because they've made all the mistakes in the world to get there, right?
They'll hire anybody.
They've closed every door around them, so they have no choice but to start knocking at others, right?
Ooh.
So
did you catch that? He said some fire bar right there.
So hardcore drugs, if I smell it, if I hear about it, I won't fuck with that shit.
Yeah.
Smoking weed, I mean, motherfuckers gonna smoke weed. Like,
you're right.
Most people are gonna smoke weed.
Yeah, people are gonna smoke weed.
And I don't give a shit. I would tell them, you do it, in the morning or before work, you're gonna have a less productive day.
For sure.
You're not gonna do as well at the door because the people you're talking to if you're having a serious conversation with them, they're gonna catch it.
Yeah.
They're gonna
Yeah.
be like, you're not 100% on the level, and you're gonna lose respect from them. You still might get the deal or the sale, but you're gonna be a less respected person.
Yeah.
And unless you're talking to other people who are fucking high too, but it's like, and that's fine if you want to smoke. I don't give a shit. Like I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if you want to have a beer or two at lunch. Like I don't care. Just know that if you do that, respectable people will catch it and they'll respect you less.
Yeah.
And if that's okay with you, then that's fine. Because if you want to go to a certain level on the mountain and just pop up a tent and stay there, that's fine.
Yeah.
But other people are going to walk past you and keep going up.
Yeah.
And then and that's just how it is. So I don't fuck with hardcore drugs. Emotional, like ups and downs, bipolarism.
Oh, that's a tough one.
Like I don't need the 12 a.m., 12 p.m., the middle of the night phone call, got in a fight or got arrested or got that, and the next day be all nice, lovey-dovey, I love you, hug guy, and then freak out on Friday because they're $50 for this, then go through. Like I don't need the emotional up and downs. Like I'll let someone else deal with that shit. Like if you're a killer, hey, go out there and keep killing it, but I don't give a shit. Like not up in here, bro. Like I don't want to hear it. I don't want the drama. If you have a bad fucking day or whatever, just don't bring it this way. And I tell people straight up, like, especially because like you could target, the ones who have emotional stress or emotional instabilities, and it's like, I love you, dog, but don't come this way with that. Like, go out there, go yell in the parking lot, go hit the stop sign. I don't give a shit. I'm not the one to come to with that shit.
Yeah, you're right. An emotional intelligence, which is a really big thing because door-to-door is a stressful job. You can have the weeks where you're killing shit, making a lot of money, and then maybe next week is not so good. But knowing how to cope with that stuff is going to be very vital for you to move up. So any rep that's watching, you got to find a way to deal with your personal shit. Whatever trauma you had, whatever shit, you can't bring that to work because it's about the team, right?
I feel like you can't. I feel like the best people in door-to-door have to have trauma, have to have past trauma that help them fight through and help them become more confident and more like, I'm not going to let this stop me type mentality for them to be successful at door-to-door. The people who have had great upbringings and their family's awesome, they're out within a week or two.
You're right.
Because they're not willing to go through the rejection and the uncertainty and the being talked down to. They're not willing to put up with that because they never dealt with it before. But like the best door-to-door people have had serious trauma. They don't give a fuck.
I agree with you. You have to be a little bit insane to knock doors, get no's all day, don't close a deal, and get back like, I'm going to do this shit again. But have the trauma, because the trauma keeps you like driven. Most entrepreneurs have some sort of trauma. They're always running away from something, right? But there's a difference between using the trauma to level up and letting the trauma affect you in your job negatively. Right? So you can twist it in a positive way. Great. You know how to handle rejection. You've been dealing with it your whole life. It doesn't bother you. You keep going, you keep knocking, you're going to get a deal.
That's
I agree. Fucking awesome.
Right? I agree. I just heard something that's like most entrepreneurs are entrepreneurs because they can't stand authority or they reject authority. And that's usually because someone in their past who was authority figure abused that power.
Yeah, in some way.
In some way. It doesn't have to be physical or anything like that, but in some way they abuse their authority their power of authority over you. And you're like, fuck that.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think who that was for me, but a lot of that was like school, teachers. Like you're not good enough because you don't want to read this stupid book that I'm being forced to read that's not even entertaining, and they have to write a fucking report about it that I don't want to do. That's not and then I'm just doing it to please you, and then you're giving me a grade and my grade's not good, so now my parents are mad and all this shit.
That's a whole cycle.
And it's like, I don't want your, like, if trying to be good at this thing is how you got here, I don't want that. And I feel like that's the problem with school, because you're trying to please someone who's in a position that you don't want. Like, I don't want to be your position. But I've had great teachers, right? And I loved them and respected them. But they weren't like that. They were more chill, laid back, very like history teachers were always my favorite. Because history teachers could talk. And they could just tell you stuff for like 30 minutes. And you're just sitting there like, that was fucking dope, bro. I mean, that was dope. Like, you just said some dope ass shit.
Like, it's interesting though.
And I'm gonna go learn more. I want to go learn more about it because you got me intrigued into it. But most history teachers don't want you to go write a fucking essay about some bullshit.
I hate that shit. I hated school. I hated school, especially high school. I think college is obviously it's a business. I think for young kids, if you use college as a networking system, you're gonna be a lot better because you create a bunch of relationships there and that can help you when you get out. But there's certain things that you don't even have to fucking go to college for. Like business, you want to learn business in school from teachers that don't even run a business? How the hell does that make any sense?
Yeah.
How are you going to teach me business and you're here as a professor in the school? Show me a $100 million business. If that's what I want, I need someone that's already done it before.
I agree.
It's the same shit. If I was a fat motherfucker, you would not be like, oh yeah, Coach Tata, I think I want him to be my coach.
Right.
Right. So it's all learn from people that are an expert at what they do. School is great, but depending on what you want to do in your life, just know that you probably don't have to go to school. And the day and age we're in with social media, kids are sitting on their fucking streaming on Twitch, making way more money than, you know.
You know, someone asked me, is like, do you trust people, or do you have what would make you want to trust somebody? And I think that is maybe shallow, but I don't really trust people who don't make more money or have more money than me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, if you know, as far as like getting in business or like investing with, like, if they don't have as more money or more opportunity to where I feel like they're taking advantage of me, then it's hard that trust, it gets broken, because I feel like a lot of people, if you're the guy with the more money or the more resources, then they're just siphoning your resources, or there's that connection there of them siphoning your resources and taking advantage of you, which have happened to me multiple times. And I said that, and I felt like that's kind of fucked up. Like I felt like that's kind of fucked up. Yeah. But it's like, I don't care. I don't really care. It's like if I'm gonna do something with somebody or in business, like, I don't want them to be paycheck to paycheck, because they're one decision away from like, hey, taking what he got is my only option. Yeah.
That's a good point. That's actually a good point that I haven't looked at it. But don't you feel that, let's just say, you can learn a lot from that person too as well? Or is it for you like more of a risk?
I mean, everyone's different, right? You know, and I'm a good person. Like I don't look at myself as
fuck
doing
the phones.
Yeah, as of being an asshole or anything like that. It's just, if I'm gonna take a risk, I want that to be with someone who's taken multiple risks and actually been on the winning side of things.
That makes a lot of sense.
Instead of taking a risk with someone who's not taking a risk or has been on the losing side of things. Yeah,
it's different mentality too, because if you're taking a risk with somebody that's taking a risk but they haven't actually won, their brain thinks a lot differently than you who's taking risks.
It's a scarcity mindset.
Yeah, versus abundance. I agree with you, so I can see that perspective.
And I'm not 21 no more, bro. Like, I'm 35. I got 2 kids, and I got it's like,
it's different.
It's fucking different. And I have a lot of friends in their 40s now, and I can see how much barriers in how serious they are about their decision making. Even more because they understand, hey, I don't get too many chances at making mistakes anymore. Like I can't keep falling forward because I got responsibilities and time you're not gonna get time back.
I think you get wiser though with those decisions, like being able to make the quick decisions and knowing, okay, does this decision align with my values, mission, and all that? Because the older you get, the quicker you are on, hopefully, the mistakes you've made, you learn quick and you fail forward. And then let's say you're in your 40s. Now you know like what is for you, what's not for you at the same time.
And you're very investigative when it comes to your decision making. You like, when I was 28, mistakes, invested bad money, lost money, got scammed, all these things. And they were so quick. They're like, fuck it, because like, I'll make more money. It's okay. Like, or you think to have that abundant mindset is this money's gonna keep coming in. So like, fuck it, let's take a risk. You try to I talk to my like 40-year-old friends about that shit. They say like, you're fucking crazy. Like, you did what? Like, I would never. It wouldn't even cross their mind to even attempt to talk about something like that. You gave someone how much money? They would never. To them, it's like so foreign. But for me, it's like, well, now it is like I'm getting that mindset. It's
Yeah.
like now it's like I would never make that decision again. Like because I've been fucked over, and they've been fucked over too, and that's how they got to that point. But
good.
getting older, you kind of learn. You know, you can't just keep fucking making mistakes.
Yeah.
you can't. You could take risks,
But like big mistakes.
but like something like if you haven't thought thoroughly and looked at all the evidence of it, and you just jumped forward thinking it's going to work out well for you, it usually doesn't.
Yeah. Oh, good point. I went to a speaking event and I actually learned this. He said, with making decisions, I think the Sean Bryant, Roof Hustler, yeah. He said it was a good perspective. With making decisions, you want to look at it two ways. If it's something that you can get out of quickly, you can usually make a quicker decision on it because you can like get out of it, quickly.
Yeah, that makes sense. But with money, you can't really. I mean, there's no getting out of it quick when you invest.
Yeah, it's either the money, unless you're getting a return.
Unless
like,
you're willing to take a loss quick.
Yeah.
Like with stocks, like you invest in something and 6 months it goes down and you say, fuck it, I'll take the losses. But it depends on the amount. Like, are you going to take a 50K loss? Fuck no, you're going to try and ride it out, right? You're going to try and see if it goes up.
But that's not stocks. I guess that is something you can get out of quickly. And he was like, on things that you can't really get out of, you should take a bit more time to ponder on it.
Yeah,
which makes sense.
Like marriage.
You took time to ponder.
I didn't.
You just went for it.
It worked out well for me. At least so far. It was our anniversy yesterday, so I love you,
congrats.
babe.
He loves you, babe. You heard them.
But it worked out for me. It worked out but some people, they do the whole like engagement.
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
You just went straight for it?
Yeah.
It's like, fuck. No engagement.
We're like, yeah, we're going to get married. And all right, let's go to the courthouse. Boom. Marriage. Boom. Done.
Easy. Dang. That's the way.
Because I feel like, I was somewhere and the chick was like, yeah, I just got engaged. I'm like, okay, what does that mean? She's like, oh, well, we're going to get married. Okay, what does that mean?
Yeah.
Well, we're going to have a wedding. Okay, when?
Yeah.
Oh, I think in October. I'm like, what? What is that? Who does that? Like
the whole of America, bro. The whole of America operates
all
like
of
that.
them. They all do that,
Yeah.
and it's crazy because it's like, are you going to get married? Well, yeah. Then get married. Is that the plan? Is that the goal? Yeah, but in October?
Yeah.
What the fuck does October have to do with anything? Well, I want to have this thing at my wedding or whatever. And it's like, so is it the wedding that you care about or is it the marriage you care about? Like, what's the deal here?
You're so right. He's so right. Because for me too, if it's like getting married, why do we need a big celebration with 150 plus people there? Can we just have our small friends and family go down, do the thing, and continue with our life? Because that marriage is the wedding is one day. We're about to spend the rest of our lives together.
Yep.
Why do we need, and I don't think you need to spend hundreds or even 50, 40K on a wedding. For what, bro?
For the parents. Well, what they used to do is, so the reason was for big weddings. Well, obviously the father would pay for the father of the bride would pay for the wedding, and the father of the groom would buy a house.
Yeah.
And so, but they would do the big wedding, so the whole community would know that these people are basically locked into a relationship. Like there's no getting out. So when the logic behind the big wedding is that they spent all this money, so the family and everyone knows there's this pressure at you guys are married and you're not separating. There's no separation, and that was the logic behind big weddings. But now it's become more of it's the wife's day.
Yeah,
which is like
it's cool.
Marriage is it's just fine, but it's like marriage is for two people, not one person. And it's become like it's the wife's day. This is her special day. And it's like, okay, fine, whatever. But I don't. So I told my wife, I don't mind doing a big or like I'm more of an island wedding or whatever at our 10th.
Yeah.
I'm like, let's show that we can fucking do this game.
Yeah.
Like let's show that we could actually get the job done and get to 10 years. And if we still love each other at that point, hey, let's throw some cash at something and have a good time. Because then it's really for what we earn, and it's really a symbol of us and our love and our respect in our bond with each other that we've earned 10 years. Let's go fucking big. But the people who are like been together for a few months, moved in together, and then got engaged for 2 years, and then do a big wedding, I'm telling you, that is a recipe for disaster,
Yeah,
in my opinion.
and I'm listening because 50% of marriages don't fucking work nowadays.
Well,
I'm
that's
actually
Western
kind of
society.
yeah, I'm actually kind of scared to
You
marry in
recently
Western.
got out of a relationship, right?
Yes, I did. I did get out of a relationship. She was great, you know, very good partner, very supportive. She helped me a lot. Can never take her for granted. It just didn't work out. Our own personal issues were getting in the way of the relationship. So I have nothing bad to say about her. But I think
How long were you guys together?
2 years, known her for 4 years.
Wow, dude, that's a real one.
Yeah, she's still in my life. She's great. She's a great person. We just have to grow a little bit. Maybe we get back together. You never
Do you
know.
want to say what that one thing was that pushed y'all apart? You just keep that private. It's up to you.
Yeah, no, more so private. Yeah, I keep that one a little bit more private.
That's
but,
fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
But
I'm more open book. Like I don't
yeah,
give
you
a
just shoot
shit.
the shits.
I don't care, but that's tough. Like that's
Yeah.
2 year. I mean, knowing her for 4 years,
Yeah.
2 year long relationship, dude. Like,
I don't want to just because if I'm talking about
Be
it too,
respectful.
it's her information, and
Yeah.
I don't want to just put that out there.
yeah, I'm being a dick asking.
Yeah.
That's all right.
It's cool.
I'm
Though.
just being a dick.
I like tough questions, but I think I learned so much because I never actually wrote down what I wanted in a woman. So when I got out the relationship, it was a lot of reflection. Like, Kelvin, what do you actually want in a partner?
Yeah.
Right? And I realized 2 non-negotiables. You got to be in the gym, and you have to be about God. If you don't have those 2,
That's good.
it doesn't. Everything else doesn't matter. I can work with the rest.
Yeah.
If you take care of yourself and you believe in God, non-negotiable.
Yeah.
And then all the other stuff we can actually work on and fix together.
It's so crazy when I see people or couples and they
Yeah.
have different politic views.
Oh,
They have different religious views, and I'm like,
It's not gonna work.
how do y'all think this is gonna work out?
Yeah.
Either you're gonna keep walking over the dude and he's not gonna be the head of the house.
Yeah.
He's not gonna have that decision-making power because it's gonna be a 50-50 fucking debate on everything because
hate
you
that
have
shit.
mixed values.
Yeah.
And people say, oh, it's work. We work it out and blah, blah. I'm like, it doesn't really, it may in your mind look like it's working, but that does not look functional.
Nah. The values are so key too. Because let's say they don't believe in God and understand the Bible and read the Bible. She's never gonna believe that she's supposed to submit to you and you submit to God. So the girl is actually never gonna follow you because she doesn't understand.
Oh, that's sexist. You're a piece of shit for saying that out loud to them. Like if they heard that,
Cry me a fucking river.
they
With your misogyny
hate that, bro.
That's
what do you mean I submit?
People,
What do you mean? What do you mean?
people don't understand. Okay, if we want to play it a little, I'll tone it down. Should I? Probably fuck not.
I
But
don't-
both people are supposed to submit in a different way. But why is it that? Because the guy is submitting by providing and protecting for you.
Yeah.
That's just a different type of submission.
Well, we're submitting. If anything fucking goes down, we're the ones that have
Yeah.
to fucking go attack the guy in the middle of the night who's breaking in, or we're the ones who stay on the fucking boat when it's sinking.
Yeah.
Like we're submitting. They just don't see that because life has become so comfortable and easy now that they
Yeah.
don't see that side of men where it's
Yeah.
like if anything happens, we are taking the responsibility. At least real men should take that responsibility. Hey, if we're not paying our bills, I need to go out and make more money. If someone breaks in, I'm the one who has to go
Yeah.
charge them in the middle of the night. You know, if the fire breaks out, I'm the one who has to get, I go back in for the fucking kids.
Yeah.
I go back in for the dog, or
Yep.
hopefully you don't
Yep.
fucking go back in for a dog.
Fuck that dog.
Fuck dog. Hey, if you dog doors, I fucking hate animals. I love people who love people who love animals, and I can appreciate animals, but if you knock doors, fuck dogs.
He said, "Fuck dog."
Fuck
You must have
dogs.
had a bad experience.
I mean, I had good dogs in my life. My dad had good dogs, but I don't blame the dogs. I blame the owners.
The owner of the dogs. Yeah.
Yeah, like these people can't even take care of themselves, and they have 4 or 5 dogs.
Yeah, I feel like America also a lot of times
Like,
dogs.
that's delusional.
Yeah, but dogs can here. This is the only place I've seen it. Dogs can sometimes weigh like their life can be more important than a human life.
Oh, yeah.
Here, and I just don't get it. I'm like, what in the heck? It's a freaking dog.
There's people who say they hate children,
Yeah.
but have multiple dogs. I'm like, well, you were a child. You understand that? Like, you had to be a child first before you became this asshole.
Yeah.
Right? So you should really appreciate the first stages before you became the asshole because We need that shit, and you need that shit. All your employees were children first.
Yeah.
Everyone in your life were children first. So people who say I hate kids but I love dogs, like no, you're just a piece of shit. And fuck your dog. That's how I feel.
Yo, some people are gonna be hurt, but I fucking love the straight shooting. We believe in honesty and just say how you feel. Who gives a fuck?
I'm not gonna walk around kicking
Yeah.
dogs, but fuck your dog.
Yeah,
You're
I like dogs.
the neighbor I've never met is more important than your fucking dog because at least he's a fucking human being.
Yeah, I agree with you. I like dogs. He doesn't fucking like dogs, but he still says fuck your dog. I'd pet your dog.
I don't mind petting the dog. I don't have to feed it or anything, but
You're not gonna feed the dog?
I can't stand like seeing dog shit on the side of the roads and on the sidewalks.
Yeah.
Like people just letting their dogs shit and like not clean it up. Like I take that as a reflection on you taking this shit. Like that is the lowest form of etiquette I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Is like you taking this shit in the street is like your dog taking this shit in the street
And not cleaning it up?
and not cleaning it up.
That's a different perspective.
Who's supposed to clean it up?
Well,
Oh, it's just it's
fucking
just,
owner.
It just biodegrades away, and after a month or two, you never see it again. It's
That
just,
shit dries
God
up.
takes care of it.
that shit dries up for a little bit, is on the street, and
Man,
then
fuck all that.
somebody steps on it. How much time? Where we at?
We are 36 minutes in.
Cool. We got we'll do an hour.
I don't care.
Yeah, we'll just
Whatever,
fucking shoot
just
the
let me
shit.
know.
It's 11:20. I'm just letting you know because I know you want to do your thing, and I believe like at 1,
Yeah.
there's this get together. The muscle is going like an helicopter at the.
Oh shit.
To that or no?
No, I don't think so.
Going to the 46.
Yeah, 46. I'm gonna do the workout.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, we'll do it. Let us know when it's an hour, and an hour is perfect.
Yeah,
We get into fitness shit.
100%. So
Yeah.
you're thinking about so your business is completely remote. Like you could go to Bolivia and do your
Yes.
business, but you still have to network and do all that. So
the
you're going to
thing.
be traveling back for events and all that.
Yeah.
Are you comfortable with the travel? It seems like you do a lot of travel for these events.
I've traveled so much in the last month, bro. I went to Door Con, stayed with my client for a couple of days, one of my other clients, showed him some stuff, then flew out to Georgia for a speaking event that I spoke, and then came back home. Now I'm in Arizona, which is dope. But yeah, I can do my business from anywhere. One of the things that I want to also dive into is working with like smaller companies, door-to-door companies, providing, fitness for sure. That's the main thing. You always want to keep the main thing. When I'm adding mindset, leadership, training, and one of the things I want to go on blitzes with companies. I want to go on door-to-door blitzes and really get in the fire.
Yeah.
Learn the sales shit, practice it over and over again, and then now I can actually fucking teach it to people.
Yeah.
Right? So think about it. I'm offering not just fitness. I'm offering fitness, mindset, nutrition, sales coaching, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Low-key what Andy Elliott is doing, but mine
Yeah,
has
it's
a
like
different
consulting,
twist.
like
Yeah.
a sales training consulting.
Yeah.
So how old are you?
I'm 20. I just turned 27.
27.
Yeah.
And what was your first door-to-door gig?
Ooh, great question. This was Fios, Verizon. I don't know if you guys remember, they had the triple play, TV, phone, internet. You can get all
Yep,
at once.
I remember.
You remember? That shit was fire. My friend recruited me. It's always the friends that get you. This summer of college year, I was like, fuck, I need a job. I need to work. I need to make some type of money, like any young kid thinks. I applied for Chick-fil-A, got the job at Chick-fil-A, and then at the same time, I went in for the interview for door-to-door. You did the first interview, that you got the call back, and I come back the second time. I'm like, they're like, you got it. I didn't know it was door-to-door, bro. I thought it was like some real shit because I had wear a suit into the office, and then, they got the morning meeting, you got the role plays, and then you change, you go out to the field. When we change, I'm like, what the fuck is this? They start knocking, I'm like, oh shit, this is not what I thought it was.
Yeah, they seem to always try to cover it up.
Yeah.
Or like do the switcheroo on you when it comes to door to door.
Just tell me what it was. But if you do tell people what
They'll
it is,
never show
they'll
up.
never show up.
Nope.
Yeah, you're right. Because off the back, door to door, what the fuck? It's like giving the price without the value.
I can't stand people who give a black eye to door to door. Like people when you knock on the door and they say get a real job. Like what? So I could live here like you?
Yeah.
What's your real job, bro?
Just be like, show me the bank account. So let's compare that.
Tell me what your real job is. It's like, oh, I do accounting, I do taxes. I'm like, what? How are you changing the world? Like, what are you doing to benefit anybody? At least with door to door, you're
Yeah.
attempting to help people.
But
on a
you
larger
don't think
scale.
accounting is changing the world though?
I mean, it depends, I guess. But sitting there like saving some dude $4,000, I guess you're helping that one
Yeah,
person.
I see your point, but I do think they're helping.
Maybe
in a
accounting
way.
wasn't the best example.
Yeah,
I
'cause-
should have thought of something else. I didn't have anything on the spot lined up.
I was like, I don't know, helping people with money is cool.
Yeah,
that
wish
one
I
I had
had
to
a good
challenge.
accountant. Looking back now, I wish I had a badass accountant that can make me not pay shit.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
You see, there are
I
changes in
wish
the world.
I didn't know what else to think of. I just wish, I don't know.
Well, it's modern day. You're just thinking of the regular modern day slavery. You know, you go to work, you get off work, you do the same shit
Yeah.
week to week, and you party on the weekends. It's fucking.
But at least
modern
with
day
door to
slavery.
door, like you're actually going out there, and if you're selling for a good company or a good product, you're changing someone's lives or the community.
Yeah.
Like I did home improvements is how I got in, and so it's like in my opinion, I felt like I was beautifying the community. Like I was
Yeah.
getting people new products to make their homes look better and giving them pride and making them feel better. Like I took pride in that shit. I didn't, I didn't start selling in homes till later on.
Yeah.
And salesmen will, they could do great for you, or they could be shady and like charge you a shit ton of money for a fucking window. But it's like I didn't have control over that. My goal was just to make them happy and make their home look better.
That's the mission is to help though. Even though yes, you want the money, but you're out there. The intent, like if you have an intent on helping people, or I'm gonna get in some good shit on helping people, you're gonna win. But we have a fucked up problem in the door-to-door industry where people are unethical, especially solar.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people in the solar industry. The amount of stories I've heard of people like finessing the customer, especially older people that don't understand.
I've
shit.
experienced it. I've had people
insane.
that that would forge tax paperwork so they could qualify for a loan so they could sell them solar.
Yeah.
I'm like, how do you even get there?
Yeah.
Like to me, in my mindset is like, how do you even get to this? Like, all right, I'm gonna finagle this paperwork, which is completely illegal and possibly jail time, to get this person a loan that they obviously can afford and shouldn't have.
Yeah.
To sell them something so I can make a couple grand. Let's say I make $4,000.
Yeah.
You're gonna do that for that? And in my mindset, it's like, how do you get there in your logic and reasoning?
They learned it, bro. I feel like
They learned it.
That's what I'm saying. You have to have seen it from somebody. And I think everything I say this all the time, everything is the leader's fault. So if your guys are cheating, they learned it from some fucking where. Because if you have standards in your company and the people are coming in, you're not gonna tolerate shit. But maybe you don't know about it. I don't know, because maybe it's a few bad apples that are in there. But I still think that you set the standard up front, and the people that come in represent a culture, represent the vision, some values that the guys that you're working with represent. And if someone goes across that, no matter how of a top performer they are, they have to go.
Yeah.
But I think maybe some leaders let guys who are performing at a high level get away with shit because they're bringing in so much money, and that one toxic person can fuck up the whole culture.
Because they're bringing in money because they're doing shady shit, though.
Yeah.
And it's like, I've had an example. So that same thing happened with a guy who was the most clean-cut, like, good dude guy.
Yeah.
Did shit like that. It's because he learned it from his previous company, and that's what everyone did there.
Yeah.
And it sucks because this is a good dude.
Yeah.
And he's not trying to be evil or malicious, but he was taught something fucked up.
Yeah.
Thought it was okay and did it. And
question for you, how would you being a leader, right? If someone's coming like that, how do you change their mindset?
you got to get rid of them. I'm telling you, you just get rid of them. It's not for, if someone's going to attempt it, if there's mindsets like it's okay to do that and easily make that decision. It's not like they ponder about it for a month or two and then call the customer back and like, hey, I got a plan.
Yeah.
It's like, no, they realized this was an issue and they're like, I know how to fix this immediately.
Yeah.
I'm going to do some shady shit and fix this so I can make a deal and make $4 or $5 grand.
Yeah.
And it's just, you're fucking the person up, you're breaking the law, and it's like, this is a good dude who I know has a good heart and doesn't want to do wrong. He was just taught something completely fucking fucked up.
Yeah.
And you have to just get rid of him. I'm sorry, you just got to go.
Yeah. And
Because how else are you going to learn?
you're right.
How else are you going to learn? I made a mistake. Oh, it's okay. We'll work with you, buddy. We'll keep you on. And then 6 months down the road, hey, I know I shouldn't do it. I made a mistake last time, but man, I really want this deal.
Yeah.
What's going to stop them from doing it again?
You're right. Especially if they're going through a slump and they're like, fuck, I need to close something.
Yeah.
Let me pull out this, cheating out of my back pocket.
Yeah, let me finagle this fucking
get this deal.
paperwork and break the law and then possibly send the owner of the business to jail.
Yeah, damn. It's a.
I'm telling you, bro. When you have wife and kids, you can't fuck around with shit like
Oh,
that.
that's different. I think.
Like I envy you, bro. Like honestly, because you're talking about this travel and stuff. I'm like, you better get it in now, motherfucker. Because you get married and you have kids. You ain't going to these fucking events like you think you is.
No, I can see. I don't know because I've
You're going
lived
to
it. I
like
can
2
see.
events a year, and you're coming with babies on your arms and shit. I'm telling you, that's the reality of it. Like, get it in now, which is good. You're working your ass off, and that's what you're doing.
And I think when else would I have the time and energy to do all this shit? And people look at my story, which I get it too. It looks like I'm living a lavish lifestyle, social media shit. But I don't think they see like the money and the time and effort and the energy that goes into it, talking and networking and flying and going back. It's a lot of work. All that stuff is work. I do try to have the enjoyment because it's still a blessing, bro.
Yeah.
Like I can't. Sometimes I'm really like taken aback. I'm like, damn, I couldn't picture this would be my life 4 years from now. People were inviting me to come speak at an event. I'm looked at like a very influential person in door to door. So it's really a blessing. And I think this is a mission that God has given me to be able to impact other people, which is why I do my best to take it gracefully and be grateful, practice gratitude for these things that I'm getting, because you never know, bro. You could wake up tomorrow and that's it.
People don't realize like it all looks great, and even the people who are making good money, they don't have a lot of money. Like they're not stacking millions in their bank accounts. Like even the ones with like good businesses and do well, they have their shit taken care of. They're paying their bills, but they're not loaded. I mean, even if a nice car, they're paying payments, but they're not. I mean, some are killing it, and obviously we want to be to the point where everyone's killing it.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you the truth. Even people who look like they're killing it, most of them don't have the money you think they have, and they're pretty close to breaking even.
Yeah.
A lot of the times.
Yeah.
They may have nice shit, but they're spending a shit ton of their money to have those nice things.
Yeah.
And at the end of the year, they're not saving that much.
Yeah.
Like, and that's just a reality. Like people don't realize that. Like, they think everyone's out there. Oh, he's driving this or has that. He's fucking loaded, and money's just rolling in.
Yeah.
It's like, no, motherfucker. There's ups and downs.
People don't understand how business actually works.
No, there's
though.
ups and downs. Like you could kill it for a month or two, and you better be smart with that shit because you're gonna hit that valley.
Yeah. I learned that the hard way. And any entrepreneur, you fucking understand that you got the good months, you got the bad months. So I think that this year too was the biggest lesson, is like learn how to like you said, save the money wisely. I'm gonna just spend it because I feel like I can close anybody anytime, any day. So I don't have a problem. Like I can go get that shit tomorrow. I just gotta message a couple people, hop on a call, close them on my program. But I had to change my mindset to be like, I don't have to drop this 500 on this thing.
Yeah.
It's okay to just let the money sit for a little bit too and compound it.
The great thing about being an entrepreneur, though, is the money you do spend should go into you.
Yeah, your business.
And growing yourself,
Yeah,
which a lot of motherfuckers don't. That goes into the club, it goes into the bottle
Party,
service,
yeah.
it goes into that one picture on Instagram that got a few thousand likes, but it costs you a few $1,000s.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. That's the one thing I want to congratulate myself and thank God for. I don't spend money on stupid shit. Most of my money is like into the business, into networking, everything that I can see having a return in the future. So even when I'm down, I like Andy Elliott's event. It was $2,000 to get VIP. Now some people look at it and be like, "Fuck no, I'm not doing that." Me, I look at it and I'm like, okay. Imagine if I went to the event, learned a lot, got one client from that. I just made my money back and extra.
Yeah.
And great connection. It's all about ROI, return
So are
on
you
your
going to get the
investment.
recliner chair up front? Is that the VIP
Hopefully
spot?
you ain't.
Yeah.
Let me see it. I'm gonna sit
You're
up there
supposed to get the recliner, right? Is that how that works?
He's like, nah.
No?
I'm trying to be a boss. Well, Bryson said he was gonna put me at a good spot. So when this content drops, Bryson,
Inner circle?
Inner circle.
I want a massager if I go. I want
2K. While the event's going on.
I'm getting reamed by Andy. Okay.
Yeah, he's cursing you
I'm
just
a
there.
piece of shit. I got it. Let's go.
If you don't have a 6-pack, you're fired. That shit went viral. That's funny as hell.
Hey, dude. Honestly,
that shit was funny.
meeting Andy and learning about, because our friend Rio let me know about him back when he was probably about half of the size he was now, at least notoriety wise.
Yeah, being known.
Like a year or so ago. he made me want to get in shape. Like he was one of the main people
Yeah.
that made me want to get in shape
Yeah.
because it made sense. It clicked for me at that time. It clicked because it's like, who's gonna follow a guy who's out of shape? Who wants to? If I'm gonna follow somebody, they better be smart, successful, and the third, because people are older, they can't control their health sometimes, but like they better be in fucking shape.
Yeah.
They better have the things I don't have.
Yeah. I think it's not about, because people get it confused like, oh, be fit. It's not about the fucking body. It's what it represents.
Yeah.
Right? It's
100%.
like, yo, someone looks at you, that guy's ripped. Automatically they know the work, the discipline it took for you to get that body, and how, like, if you took care of yourself, this guy's more likely to take care of me. If you're a fat motherfucker, sorry, cry about it. Don't be fat. If you're a fat motherfucker, I'm sorry. People have a perception of you. You can't control it. You might not think they do, but they're thinking shit about
Immediately
you in
lazy.
their head.
Immediately, I'm
As soon as,
thinking
like,
lazy.
this guy can't fucking even control what he puts in his mouth.
Right.
How the hell?
Undisciplined and lazy.
It's simple.
And he could be the smartest, most whatever dude there is. But if you take him and you take a guy with a six pack next to him, and they both say, "Hey, come follow me," I'm gonna go with that motherfucker because I think he could. I'll be hard to keep up with him.
Yeah.
And it's challenging.
And here's an analogy I give to door-to-door people. Let's say you're a fat leader and you recruit me to your team. We go out and knock. I'm supposed to shadow you, right?
That's a big shadow. At least he'll stay in the shade.
And you're walking slow as fuck. And I'm trying to get to more doors.
Yeah.
And you can't even fucking breathe. You're fucking up my potential. Because I could have hit more doors that day.
Yeah.
But you're the one that was supposed to be teaching me, and we only hit 50 doors, and the target was 100.
Call it shallow, but I don't want to follow anyone that I don't want their life.
Yeah.
If I don't want their life in some way, I'm not going to follow them.
Yeah.
I'm
In
just
some way,
not
shape, or
going
form.
to. In some way, shape, or form, I want to have somewhat of their life.
Yeah.
I'm not going to follow them.
Like, at least bring value in some way, shape, or form. But as a leader, though, obviously no one's perfect, but the goal is to be the best version of in all areas of your life. For you looking at, who's one of your mentors that really changed the game for you in how you perceive
Jim
life?
Rohn.
Jim Rohn?
Jim Rohn is the one who got me out of, who helped me make the decision to get out of my apartment with my mom.
Yeah.
To get out of the lifestyle I was living and actually just say, hey, this junior college shit ain't working out. This college shit ain't working out. Football, you ain't gonna go to no fucking league. You need to do something, and it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be tough, but you're not a fucking loser, and you could do it.
Yeah.
And when you go do it, go be the best at it.
Yeah.
It was Jim Rohn who's hit that switch.
Yeah.
And you know who I'm talking about? The old guy with the white hair.
Yeah, he's like
I think he
stocky?
did. No, he was like one of the originals. He was Tony Robbins' mentor and
me
Les
look him up.
Brown mentor.
I feel like he's tall and
He has a funny voice. Well, he has this 2-hour thing on YouTube.
How you spell Rohn?
Rohn.
Jim Rohn. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, yes, he has a 2-hour thing there. If you go down, he's like it's like old school. Has a blackboard behind him. I watched that thing 20 times. Took notes every time.
Yeah.
And after that, I just made a decision. And after that, success and being successful, or at least bettering myself in life, became easy.
Yeah.
It became easy because there's a roadmap. Everything that you want or everything that you look to have or look to do in life, I promise you has been done by somebody, and they've left clues.
Yep. And there's no because when I was in my journey too, we're looking for the shiny thing. We want the
Instant gratification.
Everyone who's successful, there is literally no secret to it. Like, there's actually no secret. It's anyone who's successful, they've done the same exact shit. Invest in mentors, stayed consistent.
Yeah. Failed.
Yeah.
All have failed.
Same shit.
Yeah.
But most people aren't, especially in today's world, they cannot, they don't have the resilience to keep pushing. After a failure, fuck, my whole life is this. No, bro. It's a lesson, right? You want to fail forward. It's like, okay, cool. What actually happened here? Why did I fail? What went wrong? How can I be better? You look at yourself. You don't complain, because if you're complaining, you're giving your power away. And I'm pretty sure you don't want to give your power away. You can't try to actively fix a situation and be complaining at the same time. It just doesn't go together.
Well, that's why I see that's why door-to-door is so great, because it allows you to get the entrepreneur mindset in a small dose. So like the rejection, the failure, the ups and downs, the good months, the bad months, it kind of molds your mindset to that entrepreneur lifestyle. To where like every really good door-to-door guy I've met, 5 or 10 years later, usually has a business and has usually accomplished something. They're usually not employees at a door-to-door business still. They usually evolve. Like I always tell people who work with us, I want you to graduate from here.
Yeah.
I want you to graduate from here and go do something bigger with your life, whatever that may be.
Yeah.
If you stay here, great, and you kill it, you make a good lifestyle and you love it, that's my goal too. But I really don't, like if someone says, hey, I've been doing this for 3 years and I want to go do something else or I want to go on my own, hey, best of luck. Like I feel good knowing that seeing that person evolve and become a different machine and going out there to want to conquer and take his own piece of the pie, like go, bro.
Yeah.
Like that's what gets me fired up.
That's the thing is too, as a leader, that's what you're supposed to do and how you're supposed to feel. It's nothing bad against you. It just means that you did such a fucking good job teaching this person the skills that they feel confident in their own abilities to be able to go out there and do shit on their own. So that alone should make you feel good. But there's the other side of the coin where leaders are actually scared of losing people.
Exactly.
That the scarcity mindset.
Which is fucked up. Like if you have someone who's great at something and you're afraid, hey, if I promote him or I'm not going to get that production, then that shows weakness upon you as a leader. That's being able not to replace that person or find another person to take that spot that you could grow or mold. Like that, I've met people who forced payroll to be a certain way to where people were paycheck to paycheck, and they were, if they were to leave, they would sacrifice a bunch of commission. So it was keeping like golden handcuffs on people. To me, that's sick. That is sick upon you because your lack of confidence and your weakness, and to enslave someone like that is sick. Like
it's common.
That's a mental fucking problem.
It's common. The job of
incredibly common.
The job of leaders is to create other leaders. Because if you aren't impacting people and people aren't leveling up from your organization, you don't have a good organization. People should level up constantly in, I don't know if it's still the same, how it works in the industry. Maybe it's different. Because how I remember is, okay, you come in as a rep, you hit a criteria, you hit team leader, cool, team leader, assistant manager, and then you can open up your own office.
Branch or district,
That's how it still goes?
I mean, it depends on the industry. You come from the TV or the cable internet, that stuff that was more like you build teams and then you get to go build bigger shit, to where a lot of places like they should already establish their own offices. And you become manager of that office. Like for us, we're in Arizona, Tucson, and now we're going to go into San Antonio, Anaheim, Nevada. So we're going to put offices there, and then people are going to become leaders of those offices. Hey, I don't want to stop a motherfucker if he wants to go buy an office and fill it full of people and sell my shit. Like, I'm down.
Right.
But that's it's hard enough to get motherfuckers to make a Facebook page talking about what they do.
I think roofing, or here's what I think is the easiest door-to-door knocking job or industry. I think setting appointments for roofing, just being an appointment setter, because it's like your roof is fucked up. Free estimate.
I can see it.
They're like, you can see it. We can both see it. It's a free estimate. It doesn't hurt. Let's have our people come by and check it out. When's your partner going to be home? Boom, boom, boom. Easy. I think like you can make a lot of money in the roofing industry. I know you make bank right here.
Yeah, we're doing pretty
I think
good.
it's...
And we do solar. So what we do is we get insurance companies to replace roofs. We replace the roof and then we put solar on there, all in one. So it's a perfect marriage. Don't put that part out there, Steve. We don't want people to know that shit. Yeah. We're not.
We are 2 minutes away from 1 hour, guys.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. So yeah, we don't. We sell TVs. Or whatever the fuck, right? Let's make something up. But it's like, it's a very, I wouldn't say nothing's easy, right? But if you're good at it, you'll have good results. But we do pretty well with that, and we're expanding into multiple states. Fuck, I was gonna ask you something. I fucking forgot.
Ask me. Last question. Yeah. Ask me a question, and then we'll do.
I was gonna ask you something. I fucking forgot it. let's real quick. Let's talk about your faith. Have you always been a man of faith, or is this something
Ooh.
that you've? Have you been touched by God? I asked that because there's people who's like, oh, I had an experience and I felt something and I broke down.
Yeah.
I've never experienced anything like that, and I've been open. I'm like, I'm ready to cry, Lord. Hit me with it,
Yeah.
And I've never had that experience, and some people have. But like, when did you become a man of faith?
So it's been sprinkled into my life in different aspect. So obviously when I was younger, my family was Christian. We would go to church. Obviously when you're young, you're not really like, you don't understand
Yeah, you're
the
tired.
magnitude of God.
You're like doing this.
Yeah, you're just like sleeping through the church and all that. But as I got older, it would be sprinkled in different areas. When I really actually took it seriously and committed and gave my life to Christ was about a year ago.
Okay.
And I don't know, man, something like was just happening in my life. And I was like, well, I can't beat this on my own.
Yeah. Really.
I tried so many different times to solve it, you know. It was smoking weed. It was tough for me. I had a smoking weed addiction. I was smoking all the time, every day. And it was just like, fuck, man. I feel like I don't have the power and the strength to like fight this off. So I went to church. I started going to church. I told my girlfriend at the time, I was like, church is a non-negotiable. We have to go. Right. So we were going consistently. And I just kept getting filled up with the Spirit more and more. And I finally decided, I'm like, I need to just commit. I need to just let the God be my Lord and Savior and just give my life to him. I got baptized. Once I got baptized, I did feel a lot different. Not that in the sense that my decisions, I would always think more about my decisions, what I'm about to do, because I knew someone else was holding me accountable. And the best person to hold you accountable is God, because you don't want to disappoint him. So we're going to fail. We're going to sin. It's just in the flesh. We've been given salvation. We've been given grace. But as long as you repent, always do your best to live a godly life, I think that you win at the end. So
you did baptism and all that a year ago?
Yeah, I did a year ago, baptism. I did the whole water thing. It was great, man.
And you have a Bible study you do. Is that weekly?
Yeah, I do. We have Bible study in Knoxville University. We do it on Tuesdays at 8 a.m. every week. And, I'm trying to build my company as a faith-based company. And I've been getting a lot of people that are into God, which is obvious because once you start, it's all about attracting. Once you start being a certain way, you're going to start attracting that. So I've been attracting a lot of people who are into Christ, and it's great. And I just think that I have a mission. Again, it's a God-given mission. And it's not, there's times where I don't want to do this. It's like, yo, I have to fulfill this thing. I have to help people change their life so they can change their family's life. If you feel good, you operate good, you go home, you talk to your wife better, you have better relationships, you talk to the customers better, everyone feels better, So that's really where the God-given mission.
And you recently changed your platform, right? What's it now?
Yeah, I'm on school now. I'm playing the school games for Mosey. So I have courses. I just finished my leadership course. I'm finishing my mindset course. I created a 6-figure salesman course, very in-depth. I actually had my first course sale the other day.
Good for you.
We have a paid community. So if you want to join the paid community, you can get access to those courses and access to the community. It's $100 a month. DM me. If you don't have $100 a month, you have bigger problems to worry about. But that's my lowest ticket. You can get in for that. And then if you're interested in one-on-one coaching, we can have a conversation about that.
Well, the
later.
fitness is what's been helping me. You know, I remember I called you, it was 4 or 5 months. I'm like, dude, I'm done. I gotta get in shape.
Yeah.
And you're like, I got you. And you put the program together.
Yeah.
And I've lost a good amount of bad weight.
Yeah.
Put on good weight.
Yeah.
Much stronger. I'm a bitch when it comes to leg days, and you don't. And
Every time I'm like, don't be a bitch today, bro.
Hey, it's not me. I got injuries, bro. Like and I'm trying to work through them, and then I'll start working out legs again, and I'll get fucked up again. So it's
because you got to do mobility, bro. I know,
don't, and I don't.
I know you don't.
I don't.
I put that shit in there.
I know, and I got to. Yeah, but
you're not getting any younger.
I'm not doing, and I'm feeling older. Like I pulled my groin 2 days ago playing basketball, which I'm fucking nice on the court, and I was killing these motherfuckers. But 2 or 3 games in, like I didn't hear a pop or any of that shit. It's just 2 or 3 games, like my leg starts hurting, and my body starts hurting.
Yeah.
And I can't, and I start not being able to run. Like 3 games in, I'm like, fuck, I'm getting old, bro.
Yeah,
Like, this sucks.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Go ahead.
We ended with a little testimonial. So I'll just ask you, but yeah, just let them know what it's actually been like working with me and having a structure and a coach and accountability.
It's just been super simple.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I don't think about it. I go on the app. I get to the gym. I go on the app. All right, here's the workouts. Bang, 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 bang. Do the workouts, and I'm out. Like, it's super. I forget to upload, obviously, my workouts and shit.
Yeah.
But when I'm in, it just makes my workout not something I have to think about. Like, what am I going to do today? What workouts am I going to do today?
Yeah.
It just makes I get in there. I bang out the workouts I'm supposed to do. I get out. I get great results. It makes me want to eat better, live healthier. My wife goes to the gym every day now. We got into fitness, so she's in the gym taking the kids. There's like we go to Lifetime, so they have the whole daycare thing for the kids. And she's in there. She does her classes. She does the weights. Like she's getting in great shape, and it's just a better life.
Yeah,
it's a better life. Like I see people who are out of shape or fat or whatever. They're not happy. Like I promise you, they're not happy, and they're not living they're not who they want to be.
Yeah.
And I was feeling that, and that's when I hit you up. I'm like, I was probably 20 pounds overweight then. And just feeling like shit. And I know I'm better. I know I deserve better. My kids deserve better. I don't want my children ever to see a fat dad.
Yeah.
Like I don't want them ever to be looking at their dad like, what's going on with you, bro? Like you like shit. Like I don't want my kids ever to think that they could take my ass. You know what I mean? I don't care how old they are. I don't want them ever to think like they could outrun me or out anything.
Yeah.
And I want that, way into my older years. That's my goal.
Yeah.
And your fitness thing has made it super simple. Super simple, and then you being on me, like, hey, I haven't seen you post anything in 3 days. Are you just being a bitch? Are you dead?
This is literally the messages I sent to him.
Yeah, and it's like you need that. I mean, because life doesn't work. I mean, everyone's life is different, but life's complicated. And life will take all your time away if you let it. So you have to carve out those opportunities, and having someone on you let you know, like, hey, I told him I'm going to do this today. I gotta do it.
Yeah.
I gotta be a man to my word and get after it. And so it's been super beneficial to me. If you're looking to get in shape, something simple, something easy, with a great coach, Coach Tata's the man, dude. He'll get you hooked up for sure.
DM me the word door to door, and we'll get you right.
All right, brother. Hey, thanks for coming in, man.
Hey, bro, that was perfect.